guys, it's Morgan coming to you with a super duper, hopefully quick and easy how-to video on wheel bearings. This works for pretty much all bikes across the board, street bikes, dirt bikes, Japanese, Asian, whatever. But we are working on a set of Warp 9 wheels off of our rental, Daisy. They're bad, they're wiggly, so time to replace them. You only need a few things. You don't need any super duper fancy tools. I have one fancy tool that I use, but you can actually use something else. So let's go over it. Let's take a look. So first thing you got to do, you got to get these spacers out of the way. And a lot of times they're pretty stiff on KTMs, so I like to use, this is the punch that I use actually to drive the bearings out also, but it helps with the spacers. You can put her down in there. I'm gonna knock that one out, flip her over. There we go. Now, gotta pop the seals out. So, seal puller, you can get these cheap, Harbor Freight, wherever. They don't need to be fancy. I'm just gonna come in here and pull, pop that out. So, since these are Warp 9 wheels, they don't have a circlip running around the outside. KTM rear wheels have a circlip that you have to make sure you take out before you start driving bearings out, because if you don't, you'll break the hub. I've seen it happen, so it's a bummer. But we are going to go ahead and drive these suckers out. So the thing is about these, if you look down in there, let's see, kind of hard to see, but anyway, when you reach down in there, it's smooth all the way through. At least it should be when you take them off. There's a spacer in there that you have to move out of the way. The way I do it is I take this, come in here, and then I push like that on it, and that usually moves it off to the side a little bit. Then you take your driver, see how I've got it kind of carved up. I put this sharp edge on the edge of the bearing. Down in here, decent hammer. Boom! There goes one. And the spacer. Make sure you don't lose that. Now, flip her over. And see how I'm doing this. Let's see if I can get a better angle. There we go. So, the way I'm doing this is I'm putting the tire on the table. So, it's not banging on the rim, it's not hurting anything. That tire's holding it up, and then I got the other part of it on my hip. And then in here, like I said, there's probably tables and all kinds of cool things you can do, but you don't need them. Put that in there. There goes the other bearing. Now we're going to clean everything up. Got our brakes perks cleaner, put my nitrile gloves on. Going to clean everything up so when we install new bearings, it's got a nice clean home. One side. The other. Now, I'm going to take our bearings. I like to use Pivot Works bearings. I'm going to put a link in the description where you guys can get these from Amazon. They're good. I don't know that they're necessarily the best, but they are good and they last a long time if you take care of them. So, pop these suckers out. There we go. Now here's the one special thing that I own. Motion Pro makes this. It's a kit. Comes with all size bearing drivers. it's nice because it's nice and flat. The butt's up and it's the right size for that. You can actually use a socket. This is just nice. It's got a nice thing to bang on. Just easy to deal with. So drop that in like that. And then you got to be careful because you can drive this in at an angle and you can mess up the hub and also just make your life a lot harder. So you want to make sure it's pretty straight. Go easy at first. So it's going to find its home eventually if you don't go crazy gorilla man on it. Drive her in there. And hear that change? That's it bottoming out where it needs to go. Now take our new seals. Just tap those in with the hammer. Don't have to go. You can see, even with a hammer, I didn't mess up the anodizing, so you don't have to be gorilla guy on it. Now these are the wheel spacers. Gonna clean those up. There we go. Get all that gunk and stuff off of there from however long these were in before. It's just going to build up again, but always want to start with a nice fresh rig. And these might take a little bit of tapping to get them down in there. But it shouldn't be too much. Now, flip her over. Clean this spacer up. This is actually a pretty nice spacer. It's steel versus the stock aluminum ones, which is kind of nice. It's obviously a little bit heavier, but it's going to be stronger. It's not going to crush as easily. Sometimes wheel bearings fail because we tighten our axles down too much and it squeezes and it crushes that inner spacer just a fuzz, just a tiny bit, and then it puts a side load on the bearings and can cause the bearings to fail faster. So when you're taking this thing, it's pretty cool. Drop her down in there, and because we've already put that other spacer, we can line it up on that spacer. Now it sits nice and square in there. It's leaning because I've tipped it up, but it's right where it needs to be. Take our other bearing. In there. Said, want to make sure it goes in nice and straight. Kind of see it's a little bit cocked. That's okay. We caught it early. Straighten her out. There we go. It's home. You can kind of tell everything is good and the right length and all that. You can reach in there. You can kind of feel that that's not moving. So take our other seal. Yeah, that one's being a bit of a pain. All right. There we go. Clean up our other spacer. Alright, you can see it's got some gunk. Just want to get that all cleaned up so it doesn't drive it down into the bearing right away. But get that all off of there. There we go. Tap that into place. We're good to go. Thanks guys, I hope that helps you out. Share this thing if you got some friends that need to learn how to do wheel bearings. Give us a thumbs up if you like that. Subscribe to the channel, that'd be awesome. Have a great day, and make sure you ride your dirt bikes!